Hello students, welcome to the computer class. We will start with the chapter Computer Network, and the topic under this chapter is communication. Now look at this picture. What do you understand from this picture? Yes, you are right. Two persons, they are talking to one another. Or we can say they are communicating. So what is communication? It is a process in which two or more people share their knowledge, information, resources among themselves. Or we can say it is a process of transmitting and sharing ideas, opinions, facts, values, etc. from one person to another. It is important for people to share their views and opinions. Now let us take an example of communication between two people. Now, when two people talk to one another, one speaks and the other listens. The one who is speaking is the sender of information, and the one who is listening is the receiver of the information. And one other thing. Have you ever wondered that how does the voice originating from sender's mouth reach the ears of receiver? This is because the air present there carries the sound from sender to receiver. Therefore, the communication channel is air. Now, what does this communication channel means? Communication channel is the medium which carries the message, information, sound, etc. sent by the sender and takes it to the receiver's end. So, if we talk about two persons talking to one another, there are three components playing their roles. One is the sender, second is the receiver, and the third is the communication channel. And here it is the communication channel is air. Now let us take another example which is slightly different. Let us talk about two persons conversing on phone. Now in this telephonic communication, it involves 5 components. One is the sender itself. Second is the equipment used by the sender, that is his telephone. Then the receiver who will receive the telephone, and fourth one is the receiver's communication equipment, that is another phone. Now what is the communication channel between these? So here the communication channel is the telephone cables. So there are 5 components involved in the telephonic conversations between two persons. So what do you understand by the computer communication then? Now computers were standalone devices when they were first introduced. Now with the rapid increase in the use of computers, the manufacturers began to design hardware and software that would allow the computers to communicate with one another. So computer communication can be described as a process in which one computer transfers data, instructions, and information to another computers. Earlier, only large computers had communication capabilities. Today, even the smaller computers and devices can communicate directly with one another. Like with hundreds of computers on a company network or with millions of other computers around the globe, often via internet. Now, this communication involves cables and wires. Like from the picture, you can see that the laptops are connected with the help of the cables, and others are sent wirelessly through the air. So, for successful computer communication, you should have 5 important components. One is the data or the message which has to be sent. And second is the sender computer, means here it is a device that initiates to send data, instructions or information. It can be a computer or mobile device. Third is the communication channel or the transmission media, like it is a medium on which the data, instructions or informations can travel, and it can be cables, microwave stations, satellites or radio waves, etc. Then the fourth is the receiver computer, means it is a receiving device that accepts the transmission of data, instructions or information, and obviously it can be a computer or mobile device. Then the fourth important component is the protocol. Now this is something new terminology for you. What is a protocol? So protocol is a set of rules that outlines characteristics of how two devices communicate. Like, to explain the definition, first let me give you a very simple example. For example, a person who knows only English language cannot communicate with another who knows only Hindi language. So, what do you think for communication between these two persons? What is the knowledge? What is the requirement? That is, the knowledge of same language is a must. Like both the persons, they should know both the languages. Only then they can communicate with each other. Similarly, a protocol is a standard set of rules that allow electronic devices to communicate with each other. Rules are defined for each step and process during communication between two or more computers. Like without protocol, two devices may be connected but cannot transfer or exchange a data. A protocol may define a data format or a coding schemes and the sequence in which the data transfer among the devices. So if we discuss about the 5 components of data communication, so they are the message itself, that is the information to be communicated, a sender device, a receiver device, a transmission medium, that is the physical path by which a message travels, and a protocol, which is a set of rules that govern the data communication. Without a protocol, two devices may be connected but cannot transfer or exchange the data. So let us recapitulate what we discussed in this session. We came to know about communication, different components involved in communication. Then we talk about the computer communication and different components involved in computer communication. And there is one new terminology called protocol, which is introduced in this session. Thank you.